everybody, welcome back. Today we're just going to do a flow sequence involving variations of plank and downward facing dog, but it's going to be an active session. So we'll be doing some sun salutations as well, up and down from the mat. So we're going to definitely get our heart rates going. Before we start, I've gone ahead and picked out my breath prayer. A simple sentence. I'm going to say the first part on the inhale, the second part on the exhale, to help me focus my mind on my breathing and how my body's moving and feeling. My breath prayer for this session is, in you, Lord, I find joy. So as I open and lengthen the body, I'll say, in you, Lord. And when I'm ready to exhale, I say, I find joy. So you can pick your own breath prayer. Just a very simple sentence you can repeat to yourself as you move through the exercises today. We're going to start out, since it's an active class, we're going to start out in mountain pose with feet hip width apart or closer. Just find your best balance. Let your knees relax and be soft. Engage your core muscles so you're pulling your belly button in towards your spine. Shoulders are down away from the ears. You're standing up tall. Chin's parallel to the floor. And let's begin our centering exercise here in mountain pose. Once you've got your posture established, I invite you anytime to close your eyes and help yourself concentrate on your breathing. If you'd like to have your eyes open, when your eyes are open, just find something on the wall in front of you to look at that will be your focal point. So our arms are relaxed at our sides, palms facing forward or inward. And as we breathe in and out through our nose here in this centering pose, we're going to draw our awareness inward, clear our minds, quiet the chatter in our minds, and try to find that place of calm and stillness, where all we can think about is how we're going to be moving through the poses, stepping out of a pose and just focusing on our breathing if something doesn't feel right. Always just doing what we can. Never rushing into a pose, never taking our bodies somewhere it's not ready to go. Feel your belly expand as you inhale and contract as you exhale. Let's take 3 more breath cycles here, and we'll start a little bit of a warm-up. And as we go through the poses, just make sure that you're moving to the rhythm of your own breath and letting your breath lead the movements. Right, on an inhale, we're going to bring our arms up out to the side through T, reaching overhead into extended mountain pose. Go ahead and open my eyes. And as I exhale, I'm going to go to the side, to the right side. Try to keep your left arm, your top arm straight. Inhale, come back to center. And your exhale, go to your left. Inhale, come back up. We're going to add a twist. But reach for the ceiling on your inhale, and when you're ready to exhale, twist, bring your arms down, shoulder height. Take your gaze wherever it feels best for your neck. It could be forward, looking over your left hand, or behind you, looking over your right hand. or to the side wall. Inhale, come back out to center. Inhale to lengthen your spine, and exhale, twist to your left. Inhale, come back to center, and let's exhale into a beautiful heart opener. Inhale, reach up, and let's do two more. Try to do 2 more sets of side bends, followed by twists. Remembering to lengthen your spine on the inhale before you twist. Arms are shoulder height or lower. One more twist to your right. And one more twist to your left. And let's exhale into a heart opener. Inhale, reach up, press your palms together. Exhale, lower hands down the heart center. And then release, shake your arms out. We'll do 3 rounds of sun salutation A. Let's take a few breath cycles here as we rest in mountain pose. And on an inhale, we're going to sweep the arms out and up. And then exhale, swan dive into a forward fold. Drop your head, look back between your feet, bend your knees. Inhale into a half lift, bring your palms to your thighs, tuck your elbows in. Exhale, fold, bring your hands to the floor, and you can walk back or jump back into your plank position. Drop your hips toward the floor. Your toes can be curled into the mat, or you can drop your knees to the mat. Feet crossed at the ankles or side by side. Wrists are in line with shoulders, fingers spread wide. Exhale, come down all the way to the floor. Drop your feet to the mat and inhale, push up into your heart opener. And then inhale, lift the hips up, and as you exhale, press back into downward facing dog. Inhale, look forward, and return to your forward fold, walking the feet forward or the hands back. Drop your head and neck. Look back between your feet, knees are bent. Inhale into a half lift. Exhale, fold, bend the knees again, and on the inhale, reverse the swan dive into extended mountain pose. Maybe look up toward the ceiling, and exhale into a heart opener. Inhale, reach up, exhale, palms together, lower down to heart center. All right, well, we're going to do 2 more just like that. Beginning with the forward fold, the half lift, finding plank. I'm going to jump back this time. Knees down. On the exhale, coming down to the floor, and then inhaling into the heart opener. Finding downward facing dog. Keep breathing through your nose, don't hold your breath. From down dog, return to your forward fold, walking or jumping forward. Inhale back into the half lift. Exhale, fold, and reverse the swan dive into extended mountain pose. Exhale, heart opener. Inhale, reach up. One more time. Hands come to the floor. Walk or jump back, find your plank. This time I'm doing it with my knees away from the floor. Exhale, bending the elbows, tucking them into the side body. Inhaling, finding my heart opener. Lift back and press into downward facing dog. Inhale, look forward and return to your forward fold. Holding this position, and then inhaling slowly to a half lift. Exhale, fold, bending the knees. One more time up into extended mountain pose. And exhale into a heart opener. Reach up again overhead. And exhale, return your hands down to heart center. And release your hands back to your sides. Shake out your legs, shake out your arms. And we'll try the flows where we're going to work from, transition from plank into downward facing dog, and we'll show some variations on plank. Side plank with legs extended with knees down. Lots of things you can do with plank. So beginning back in mountain pose. So inhale, bring the arms up. Reach up toward the ceiling with your hands. Exhale, swan dive into a fold. Bend your knees, bring your hands down to the floor, and then inhale into a half lift. Exhale, fold, and let's step back into plank. We're going to start with plank with knees down. Just taking a moment here. Wrists are in line with shoulders, fingers are spread wide apart. And for side plank, we're going to just turn over, so we're resting on the side of the right knee. Bring your right hand into the center, about the center of your mat. Put your left arm, rest your left arm on your hip. You can stay here. You can extend your left arm to the ceiling, trying to stack your arms so that they're in a straight line. Just do what you can. Keep your breathing steady, in and out through your nose. We can do some different things with our legs. You can extend your left leg out to the end of your mat, or you can place it by your right knee, sort of like a kickstand. If your left arm gets tired, you can let it rest on the side of your body. Taking the left leg back out to the end of the mat. Press down through your left foot and creating some space. Maybe you can extend your right leg out to the end of your mat. Maybe you can stack your feet. Maybe you can lift your left leg away from the mat. And if you're wobbly, that's okay. The body is learning how to balance and how to be strong. I'm going to come out of this, bringing one knee back down, bringing the other knee back down. Turning so that I'm facing the mat as for table. So back in tabletop with wrists aligned with shoulders, knees under hips. And I'm going to exhale and sink back into child's pose. Just let my arms relax. Arms can be extended out in front of you for child's pose, or you can bring them around behind you. Going to inhale and come out of child's pose back into table. And I'm going to turn this way. I'm going to do the same plank poses on this side. So I'm going to bring from the tabletop, bringing my left hand in to about center of the mat, shifting the weight onto my knees, turning slightly, just taking my time. So my left knee is resting on the mat. Taking my gaze wherever feels best for my neck, whether it's looking down at my left hand or across at the side wall or up at the ceiling. Extending my right arm. Adding some variations, different positions for the legs on this side. Right leg extended, right leg in kickstand. Pressing through my right foot, making some space, extending my left leg. Stacking my feet. Trying to find balance. Try to lift the right leg up. And back down. Bring my hand back down. The knees are up, releasing back to the mat. Back into tabletop. Reposition my hands and my knees in line with my hips. Tops of the feet on the mat. And sinking back into child's pose on this side. I can also stack my fists if my head doesn't come to the floor. Separate my knees as much as I need to. Just finding the comfort in child's pose. And I'm going to come out of child's pose. Very slowly return to tabletop. And we'll just try a flow of sequences, changing, going from down dog into plank pose. I'm going to start by finding downward facing dog from table. So inhale, lift the hips up and back. Position your feet for downward facing dog. Your wrists are in line with your shoulders. Fingers spread wide apart. Relaxing your head. On an exhale, you're going to shift your body weight forward. And you can drop your knees to the mat if you like, or keep your toes curled into the mat and your legs long. And when you're ready, push back on an inhale into downward facing dog. Inhale, bring your body weight forward, and exhale as you lower your hips and find plank. Moving smoothly between downward facing dog and regular plank. Your gaze is down at the mat. I'm just going to try a couple more. If you're ready to come out, you can return to tabletop. Be my last one, my last plank. So I'm going to bring my knees down to the mat, bring my hands back slightly, and find tabletop. And stay here just for a couple breath cycles. And bring my hands in, slide them across the mat, bring them up to my knees. And come into a seated pose. Staff pose with my legs extended out in front toward the top of the mat. Just going to stay here for a moment with my arms resting in my lap. Your palms can be turned up or down, shoulders away from the ears, chin parallel to the floor, as we did in mountain pose. And we're going to start to cool the body down a little bit. Let's exhale, let the arms relax at our sides. Inhale, and bring your arms out to your sides and through T, and then reaching up to the ceiling. And let's just take a gentle side bend to the right. And a side bend to the left. And a twist to your right. And a twist to your left. Palms together, bring your hands together at heart center. On your exhale, lowering all the way down. And then release to your sides. Bend the knees, and let's bring the feet in, closer to the sit bones. We're going to work our way down to the mat, so we're lying down. A couple more stretches, then we'll take a resting period. And to end the class. So reach one arm forward, reach the other arm forward, palms facing each other. If you'd like, you can place one hand on the back of each thigh or on the front of your shin. And we're just going to exhale and come on down to the mat as slowly as you can. Or if you just want to go ahead and lie down, let your arms rest at your sides and extend one leg and extend the other leg. Get comfortable here, lying on your back. Let your feet fall away from each other. And just breathe naturally. Our next pose is going to be reclined pigeon. We'll start with opening the right hip. So bend your left knee and slide your left foot in towards your sit bones. And then lift your right leg and cross it over your left. Exhaling. You can flex your right foot or you can let it relax. And we're going to inhale, lift the left foot away from the mat. And take a hold of the back of your left thigh with your hands. You can maybe if you can lace your fingers together. If you want to just grab a hold of the back of your left thigh. You can let both feet relax. Flex both feet. And just breathe. Maybe you want to try pulling that left thigh in closer towards your chest, or you can leave it in its neutral position. Let's release that leg slowly. Your left foot comes back down to the mat. Release your left thigh. Bring your hands, let them rest on your belly. And slowly uncross your right leg and extend it out to the end of your mat. And when that right heel is down, extend your left leg and bring that heel down. Take a deep breath in and exhale. And we'll work on the left side. So bend that right knee, slide your right foot in towards your sit bones. On an inhale, bend your left knee, cross it over your right leg, opening up that left hip. And then on another inhale, reach forward, reach for the back of your right thigh. And find your comfort in this pose, with feet flexed or feet relaxed. Bringing that right thigh in towards your chest. Maybe lifting your head away from the mat. Your gaze forward. To release from this pose, we're going to bring that right foot back down to the mat on an exhale. Let your hands rest on your belly. Inhale and uncross your left leg. Exhale. Bring that left leg back down to the mat, extend it. Bringing that left heel down. And then when the left heel is down, straighten your right leg and extend it to the end of the mat. And we'll do one more before a brief resting pose. With hands on your belly, you can feel your belly expanding and contracting as you breathe. Inhale and slide your right foot in towards your sit bones, then slide your left foot in, so we're bringing the soles of the feet together for reclined butterfly. Where you position your feet for your reclined butterfly, you can bring the heels in close to your sit bones, or you can extend the legs out toward the end of your mat, making the shape a little taller, nice little diamond shape. So find your comfort in reclined butterfly and let your arms relax at your sides, whether that's in T, with palms up, or along closer to the side of your body, maybe palms down or palms up. Just let your arms relax and find a place of comfort. A few breath cycles here. Letting your heart rate and your breath rate slow down. Three more breath cycles and let's release from reclined butterfly into our resting pose. If you'd like to stay here in reclined butterfly for your resting pose, please do so. Your resting pose can be whatever you would like it to be. Legs up the wall, lying on your back with your knees bent. to release from reclined butterfly. Inhale and bring one knee in and the other knee in. So we're facing the ceiling. And then exhale. Extend one leg to the end of your mat and extend the other leg. And if you'd like to, take your resting pose lying flat on your back. Feet falling away from each other. Letting your body relax into your mat, and if you're using any props, a bolster under your calves or supporting your knees, let your body weight relax into your prop as you find your resting pose and find your comfort here. We're getting ready to transition out of our resting pose. Let's take 3 more breath cycles in whatever resting pose you are in. And when you're ready to come out of your resting pose, we're going to work ourselves up into a seated position. But first we're going to come through a different pose. We're going to roll over onto one side, just very slowly, taking our time. Roll onto one side. Coming into a fetal position, perhaps rest your head on your arm. Just taking another few moments here. Coming into a seated position, use your top arm and push your upper body away from the mat. Just very slowly begin to sit up and come into a comfortable seated pose. Whether it's easy sit with your legs crossed in front of you, you could come back into staff pose with your legs extended. Maybe hero pose is your most comfortable pose. Sitting on your feet. Whatever seated pose you are in, let your arms rest in your lap, palms turned up or palms turned down. Shoulders are down away from the ears. Sitting up tall, your core muscles are engaged. Take a deep breath in. And when you're ready to exhale, gently release that breath. Another inhale. On this exhale, let your arms relax at your sides. Let's inhale again and bring the arms out to to the side of our bodies into T with the palms facing up. And on the exhale, bring one arm across your body, cross your arms in front. If your left arm is on top this time, the next time we give ourselves a hug, the right arm is going to be on top. So we're going to inhale back out into T. Exhale, cross the arms in front of the body again. Switching out the arm that's on top. Inhale, bring your arms back out to the side into T. Inhale, lift the arms up overhead. Exhale into a heart opener, bending the elbows, opening your chest and your throat to the ceiling. Inhale, reach up. Exhaling with the palms pressed together, bring your hands back down to heart center. Inhale, reach forward, pressing the sides of your hands together, palms facing the ceiling. On your exhale, bring your hands back into heart center. Inhale, reach the arms up overhead. Your gaze is forward, chin parallel to the floor. On your exhale, bend your elbows. Bring your fingertips to the crown of your head. Next, inhale, reach the hands up overhead again, and exhale, hold this pose. Another inhale, see if you can rotate your arms so the backs of the hands are touching. If not, keep your palms pressed together. And breathe. Another inhale, switch so the palms are touching. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale, bring your hands down to heart center, palms pressed together. Hold this pose for a moment, keep your breathing steady. We're going to inhale the arms back out into T, palms up. And we're going to give ourselves 2 more hugs. Exhale, cross your arms in front. Inhale back out into T. Exhale, opposite arm goes on top this time. Inhaling back into T. Inhaling, arms up overhead. Press the palms together, and on your exhale, lower your hands down to heart center. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, release your arms at your sides. Next inhale, bring your arms up overhead. Press your palms together. And on your exhale, lower hands down to heart center. You can stay right here or repeat that simple motion 2 more times. And with hands back at heart center, palms pressed together. May we be grateful for our blessings. May we allow that gratitude to fill us with joy. May we share that joy with those around us. And may we be as peaceful a presence in the lives of others as God is in ours. Dear God, we thank you for being a part of our lives and for blessing us in all the ways that you have and the ways that you do. Please help us find time every day to be with you, to talk to you, and ask you for guidance and come to you when we need comfort. Because the comfort that we get from you, we can pass that on and comfort others. Because you love us. And help us share that with others who need it. And please watch over us and keep us safe. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Thank you for joining me. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.